Hello, I'm Kelly Acheson, coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. Today I'm going to show you how to make this card with this beautiful Halloween scene that looks a little spooky, and also our window framelits. So let's get started. First thing I want to show you is the Happy Scene stamp set. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. We've got fall. You can also use Halloween in here. We've got Boo and wishing you a happy Halloween and a spider. Here's winter in here and some winter greetings, Noel, Christmas, season's greetings. And then we've also got spring over here. So there's several different holidays in this Happy Scene stamp set. And it does have a matching framelit set called Hearth and Home Framelits. So we've got our window here and then like our flower box or little greeting cutout. And I also wanted to show you in the Holiday Mini Catalog on page 10, this can be bundled with the Festive Fireplace. And this is a fireplace that will be cut out by the window die. And then you can do all kinds of neat things with that. And look at that cat in there. So this isn't just for Christmas either. So again, when you bundle and buy the stamp set and the framelits, you can save 15%. And same thing with the Happy Scenes and the framelits. You can save 15% here. There are a lot of other framelits that come with this bundle, but I love the versatility of being able to use the window for this and the Happy Scene stamp set. So let's get started on our card here. I'm using a Tip Top Taupe card base, and I've just cut it 11 by 4 1/4 and scored it at 5 1/2. And then I wanted to show you a new product with our window die. This is the new precision cutting plate. And this just became available in the holiday catalog. And this does just cut your intricate dies like this window and anything that's real detailed much nicer. That's what I've found. So I've got it on top of my magnetic platform here, and you've noticed that I've got it sticking off the edge here. It's a little bit bigger, but that makes it easy to remove because this is metal and this is magnetic. So you're going to set that down. We don't have anything in between here. It's just the precision cutting plate and our magnetic platform. Now, if you don't have a magnetic platform, you can use it on top of your multi-purpose platform and you would just leave all your tabs closed. But notice there's no cutting plate, no clear cutting plate in here any place yet. So we're going to place that on our machine, and then we're going to put our cardstock down, and I'm going to put my window right up here. Then you need one clear cutting plate to go right on top of that, and blades are down on our cardstock, and you're going to run that through. Now this is going to be tight. Just know that that's okay. You can hear it snapping and crackling there. Sounds like it's going to die, but it's all right. The other thing I want to tell you about this precision cutting plate is they do recommend that you move your dies all over the place when you're using it. You don't want to continue to cut window after window right here. You need to move them, and it will stay in really good condition. So now I'm just going to pop these out, and they pop out really easily. I'm going to, oh, look at that. Simple, simple. This works really great. I'm pretty impressed with this precision cutting plate. I have noticed too on some of the other items I've been cutting out that are more intricate, it cuts a nicer edge. I did a regular cutting plates, and then I did the precision cutting plates on the same images, and I found that the edges were much more crisp when they cut them. There wasn't any little frayed things hanging around. So now that we have our window done, let's start stamping that cute little image. I've got a piece of cardstock that is 2 3/4 by 2 1/4 here. This is just Whisper White. I'm using a Memento black ink pad and the Happy Scene stamp set. So I'm going to ink up my tree and pumpkins, and I'm going to stamp them about right here. And notice that I am using a piercing mat. I always use that with my photopolymer stamps. And then I wanted to put this cute little spider web up in the corner. And I'm going to stamp him just a little bit off the edge, you can see there. He's not right on the corner. He's a little bit off the edge. And as long as I have the spider web out, I'm going to stamp my words and my little spider on my grating. Oh, that's a little crooked. I don't like it. That's better. Not perfect, but it'll work. And then I'm just going to stamp my little spider right there. It's just a cute little accent. Okay, now here comes the fun part. I'm going to take a pumpkin pie marker and color in my pumpkins. And I'm also going to color in a few of my leaves. Then I've also got an old olive marker here. Oops, I want the other end. Did you notice there's a big stripe and a little stripe? This is your writing end with the little stripe, and your coloring end is the big stripe. I didn't know that for a long time. It's really helpful when you grab your markers if you look at it. Just going to color in a few of these leaves. The leaves up top don't matter so much because we're going to sponge over those, but the leaves down below do. Oops, there's one more here. Okay, now for the fun part, the sponging. I am using Blackberry Bliss and Delightful Dijon ink, and I'm just going to very lightly touch my sponge into the Delightful Dijon, and I'm going to very lightly sponge that over my grassy area. Maybe a little bit more to balance it out. You can see I kind of got some spongy smudges here, but that's okay. And then the Blackberry Bliss for our spooky Halloween sky. And I start with my stronger color right out of the ink pad, like right out of the gate, on the edges, because I don't want blotchy things happening in the middle. And then I graduate down to the middle. And do you notice how I'm not being really picky? It's like, how on earth are you going to get that right up to that line with a sponge? Well, heck, people, I don't know, but it really does work. And now I'm going to put some little smooshes of color in here because my sky is supposed to be spooky, remember? And it's not going to be even. Skies aren't even unless they're crystal blue. So isn't that cute? I absolutely love it. All right, let's put our card together. Oops, we've got one more thing we need to do. I ran this piece of Delightful Dijon through the brick embossing folder. And people say, why is this folder so big? Well, it's so big so if your card is going to go sideways, you can put it in like this. If it's going to be a tall card, you can do it like this. So how smart was that? You do have to be careful when you run it through the Big Shot that you've got all the edges inside your cutting plates because it comes right up to the edge. All right, I'm going to do a little sponging on this with the Delightful Dijon just to make these bricks pop a little bit. And I kind of like the smudgy look of my, that my sponge leaves when it's right out of the gate, right out of the ink pad, because this looks like an old spooky brick wall that this window is going to be on. You don't have to do the middle because your window is going to kind of cover that up. So that looks good to me. And now we're going to find our window. Oh, here it is. And I'm going to bring my picture right in here. Now, I know that this is centered and it's going to fit. So I'm just going to cover up my window. This is on the back of the window. There are some score lines on the window pane. So tip it in the light if you can't see it once you die cut yours because they're pretty cool. You've got little score lines here. Oh, and I just did it backwards. Yay, people. Okay, so look for your score lines on the window. You'll be able to see them. Tip your window over, and I've already applied some tape to this piece. And you're just going to tape that in place, and there's our spooky little window. Isn't that cool? Love it. Now, before we put this on our card front, I've got a half of a Spider Web Doily. I absolutely love these. And I am going to use that with my fine tip glue pen. I've showed you this pen before, and I really love it. I just ordered 3 more. These are so great to have. I can just put teeny tiny little dots of glue on my pieces. And I'm only going to use half of this half. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to line it up on the edge there. And I'm going to line it up so that this piece is right on the edge also. Do you see what I've done there? That's right on the edge. Then I'm going to take my paper snips and I'm going to trim it right off so it matches my card front. And then I can use the other quarter for another card. I just found that the easiest way to put this on here. Okay. Don't forget to put the lid back on your fine tip glue pen if you have one. There's a little needle in here, and you might need your reading glasses. There we go. To get that back in there, but boy, it really saves on the frustration of having clogged up glue. And this is a really fine tip. I'm just going to use some glue. I keep a little pen, keep a pin in here so when that gets stopped up a little bit, which doesn't happen very often, I can get that glue to come out. Just put some on the edge and some in the middle here. I put this right in the middle of my card. And last but not least, I want to put on my little window frame. Flower box, I don't know what you'd call this. Flower box, I guess. I don't care what it's called, I love it. Right? We don't need to know. I'm not one of those people. I don't need to know everything. I just need to love stuff. I'm just going to set this right down here. We're going to center that right across there. And we're almost done. Oops. Oh no. I pulled that with my glue. Holy cow. That was not cool. Oops. Yep, I pulled it right off. I'm videotaping right now. Okay, now I'm going to put this right on the front of my card. And again, my card base is Tip Top Taupe. I like saying that because I'm good at it. Well, we had some technical difficulties there. I'm going to get rolling on this again. So next I'm going to stamp the Trick or Treat, and this comes from the big Halloween Treat stamp set. And I'm just going to stamp this in Blackberry Bliss on the inside of my card. There we go. Isn't that cute? So if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to earn your business. Just pop me an email at kelly@astampabove.com. I'd be happy to send you a new mini catalog. And please stop on by my blog where you can see all the ingredients and dimensions in one spot for this card. Thanks for stamping with me.